Good morning. Happy Sunday, everybody. There's an owl right outside my window and it woke me up. So here I am. I thought, well, let's go through some of the headlines, right? I think that's what we all do when we wake up in the morning, or at least we used to do. So here we go. I'm just looking at headlines and I'll let you know what my thoughts are. First up, Doge for Ohio, Vivek Ramaswamy enters the governor's race, pushing cuts in merit pay. So let me click on that. Let's get a little more information. All right, it looks like in Cleveland, a biotech entrepreneur, Vivek Ramaswamy, who will declare his candidacy for governor of Ohio on Monday, wants to reshape public schools, cut regulations, and slash spendings. Well, I think that explains where Vivek has been. I've been wondering. He was supposed to be part of the Doge team. Apparently, he will be running for governor in Ohio. Yikes. Go Buckeyes. All right, next up, disability amid disaster. People with disabilities are disproportionately impacted by natural disasters. I think that's fair. I think also people with disabilities really are most affected by everything because people don't want to deal with us. It's all interesting when you're like, oh, that's so sad. I feel so bad for you because you have this disability, or, ooh, you're a hero for leaving your house, or, hey, I'm so glad that you came out into public. In those moments, people are like, yay, disabilities. But then when you walk away, a disabled person still has to live that life with whatever constraints they have because of their disability. So, disproportionately impacted by natural disasters and everything else, right? Like getting inside of buildings, leaving buildings, trying to move around, making our own choices, not being a burden to our loved ones. We are disproportionately impacted on everything. But yeah, I can see natural disasters also. Next, how a small-time DRUG bust ignited a feud between police and a Catholic hospital. Ooh, that looks good. Let's take a look here. As we move on, I feel bad for the Catholics, right? Their pope is like, oh, not feeling very well. Small-time drug bust ignited a feud between police and Catholic hospital. Convinced a suspect was hiding evidence, police in Ohio ordered doctors to search his body cavity. The doctors refused. All right, body cavity searches, everybody, are... Actually, there's rules, right? That would be part of your Fourth Amendment right to be free from unreasonable searches and seizures. And the courts, when it comes to those kinds of searches and other incredibly invasive searches, really pause for a minute and think, like, is that really appropriate? We have one standard called, does it shock the conscience of the court? And if it does, then it's not appropriate. But it's looking like here the doctors are saying, we don't want to do that. And I think that's a good call from the doctors. Let's peek a little further here to see what happened. We're back in Ohio again. The defendant was suspected of hiding a baggie of DRUGs in one of his cavities. He denied it. Police were certain, so they took him to the hospital for a cavity search. It swerved into unusual territory. There was no agreement by him for that. The police got a judge to order it. The doctors refused, saying it was dangerous and unethical. Later added, violated the hospital's Catholic principles. Interesting. That's very interesting. It looks like they just kind of were trying to wait and see what was going to happen. And the cops got like super pissed off about it. Prosecutors sought contempt charges against the hospital, alleging the hospital willfully, intentionally, and knowingly disobeyed a judge's order. In response, hospital lawyers accused authority of trying to bully the doctors. So, as this story continues to unfold, this is an area that, I don't have a lot of sympathy for cops because there are certain procedures and certain life-saving medical care that certain hospitals refuse to do. And, that's okay. But if it's, law enforcement wanting something, then, you got to comply. So it's going to be real hard for me to have a lot of sympathy for cops when doctors are telling them no. So that's just how I feel about that. Okay, sometimes I forget how long it takes me to go through these headlines, everybody. Apparently, I just have a lot to say. Next, we have, let's see, eggs are a hot commodity on social media. Posting about them can help you go viral. All right. Again, if you're struggling to get eggs, I would say ask a vegan what they use to supplement eggs. Like, you don't have to have eggs in order to live a happy life, for this short period of time. But your call. Life's what choices. You get to make yours. Kamala Harris receives prestigious Chairman's Prize at the NAACP Image Awards. Oh, good for her. Always like to have a little bit of happy news of someone who's working hard and getting rewarded for that. Next, the Syrian teenager who sprayed 4 words on a wall and started an uprising. Oh, we love that too, right? Freedom of speech that we take for granted so much in the United States. When we look around the world and we see someone stepping up and saying, I've got stuff to say, we love that. We love to see it, especially right now when we're going to be needing other countries to kind of take the lead at the moment. Next, FBI Director Kash Patel to be named ATF Chief. I'm not a big fan of Patel. He's already been judged a liar in Colorado. For anyone who's interested in actually listening to him lying under oath, not just at his confirmation hearing, but you can go back and take a look at the Colorado 14th Amendment case, which is the Anderson case, and they had a week full trial. He testified on day 3 of that, and his testimony is available online if you want to kind of watch that situation. I don't really want to watch it because, yikes, it just reminds me this person has power to pick and choose which investigations to go forward on, so that's worrisome. Next here, 1 airman unalive, another injured after a pew-pew incident at Kirkland Air Force Base. Oh, no. Is it friendly fire? Let's click over there. He was shot in the hand, has been released from the hospital. The other airman was found unalive at the scene. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, that's so sad. Security forces responded to an incident around 2 a.m. on Saturday, which led to the pew-pewing. Injured airman was taken to the hospital. The cause of unalive incident remains under investigation by local authorities. Egads, that's ongoing, so that's too bad. All right, well, there's about 10 minutes of my thoughts on this morning's headlines, everybody. I'll keep going through this series. It's kind of fun to just take a peek and see what's going on and then try to deal with the trauma. So I'll be back again later.